Hi, this is Not Queen with marketingwithnotqueen.com, and yesterday I received a question from one of my video subscribers asking me if I ever get depressed. And my answer was no. I mean, of course you get depressed about certain things. Like I've lost my mother when I was 14, and my cousin just passed in 2010. She was actually my favorite cousin. So of course you start thinking back at that and you start feeling like a little down and depressed. But what I always do is I acknowledge that I'm starting to have those thoughts and that feeling is coming on, and I stop it immediately. Like when it's happening, you know, I tell myself that it's happening. And so then I'll focus on something else that's going on right now. And if you think about it, most of people who suffer from depression, most of their depression is from things that happened in the past. So you really have to let go of what happened in the past because you cannot change it. No matter what you do, you can't change it. So really, when you start feeling yourself thinking about things that happened then, focus on what's going on right now. So even if I'm driving and I'll start having thoughts of somebody I'm probably missing, then I'll realize that I'm having those thoughts, and then I'll switch it and say, oh, okay, let me you know, watch the car that's going by. Or I start saying, oh, I wonder what this person in that car is thinking. And so it'll change my train of thought. And the same thing if you're home and you're having those thoughts, then turn the television on and actually watch what's going on the TV and focus on that instead of focusing on those negative thoughts, because that's what's keeping you depressed. And the reason he even asked me it was because in one of my videos I was talking about be true to yourself. And if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, relationship wise or job wise, then you really have to get yourself out of that situation. So then he was like, everybody is not built like you. It's not easy to just leave. And I was telling him that's because you get comfortable, and most of us are afraid of change. And when you're comfortable and complacent, then you feel like, oh, I could just keep going. But meanwhile, you're not being true to your inner self, and then it's causing you to feel down or depressed or whatever. So I don't want you to quit your job. I want you to, focus on your job and look at it as a means to an end. Like use the income that you're receiving to progress. Hey, they're not here. To progress, and then use that income to get better training, and whether it's in mindset or online activity knowledge. And that's what I wanted to say also. You have to now start training your mind to positivity. It doesn't happen overnight. And this person was telling me that they try and then they keep failing. And that's because you're not doing it on a daily basis. It's almost like a muscle. You have to train your muscles daily to get the big muscles. So what you have to do is start listening to positive CDs and audio CDs, and watch more positive shows that talk about, like, I watch Oprah on Sundays. That's why I do the Soul Searching Sundays. On Sundays, every at 11 o'clock, she does like an empowerment show. It's called Soul Searching Sundays. I mean, no, that's mine, right? Super Soul. Hers is called Super Soul Sundays. And she'll have somebody on and they'll talking about how to train your mind and get, try to get past what's going on in your past and start living for today. And just watching other people's stories and listening to what these people who wrote these books are saying is a step towards changing the way you think, and that's what you need to do. So you have to start training yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to train yourself mentally, and then it'll start happening physically, like emotionally. Everything has to be trained. That's basically it. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be able to stop the depressed state, or wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to quit my job. I don't want you to do that. You have to gradually grow into it, and have a strategy, have a plan. If you want to leave your job, then focus on what's ahead of you. Like if you have opportunities that are sitting right there in your face, go for them, and then use the job to get to there. And once you're there, then you can let go of the job. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm not a therapist, but really, you just need to train yourself. You have to first focus, and then do it repetitively. It's because it's not going to happen overnight. You have to do it repetitively. So let's start listening to positive audios. Start watching positive shows and start listening to positive people. And basically, that's it. So this is Not Queen Zaire with Marketing with NotQueen.com, wishing you peace and blessings and telling you to be fierce and not fearful. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.